Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about this. This is a pitcher rinser for my coffee bar. This includes the ability to be able to clean milk jugs, to clean cups, and just basically not have to go to the sink. So I just want to say welcome to Khabib's Coffee Corner. This channel is designed to help you choose the coffee gear you want to brew with at home. If you find this video useful, please like and subscribe. That really helps me grow this YouTube channel. Also, if you're looking at purchasing anything, please use the affiliate links below where I'll make a slight commission at no extra charge to you. I have an Instagram account that you can follow me at, Khabib's Coffee Corner, and I also have a Patreon account if you'd like to support the channel a little bit more. You can find all the links below on that. I'm going to do my best at recording this. I'm going to go between two cameras, and I hope this comes out all right, but give me a little bit grace on this. I'm just trying to explain it the best I can. So this is a pitcher rinser. You'll often see it in cafes. This is what it does. Basically, you take your cup and you put it on top of the pitcher rinser, and it cleans it. You can also take your milk jug, your portafilter, and do the same. So basically, it is activated in your coffee bar by simply just pressing down on the cup, and then you're good to go. So I want to explain how I did this, how I set it up, what it took. So I did not plumb in water from a source, so I'm not out of water line over here, which makes it unique. I can put this anywhere in any house, any apartment, anything like that. So this is what it is. You start with this pitcher rinser. I got it from Espresso Outlet. It does a phenomenal job, works well. They did give me at a slight discount to do this review, but I paid for all the other stuff full price to make this work. I just didn't want to have to give this back to them after you spend all the money and work to get it going in your place. So basically, there's two options of this. This is the one that sits on the countertop, which means I can move it back and forth from anywhere I want on my coffee bar. There's also one that mounts inside, so you can cut a hole and simply lay this down in here. Like you can see, this thing comes up right there, so you wouldn't get the little casing around it, and you wouldn't be able to move it once it's a one and done place, which is typically what you'd see in cafes. I chose to do this one because I found that I changed my gear setup quite a bit, and I want to be able to move it to the most convenient place possible, and it doesn't take up any more space if it's up, because you never typically put things above a pitcher rinser. So I'm going to do my best to show this on the back here. We have two tubes coming out the back, and they don't really come with it, and you have to get this all set up to it. So I'm going to switch over to my phone here and kind of get underneath of it. So what I did was I added two buckets below, two 4-gallon buckets. You can use 5-gallon buckets, you can use milk jugs, you can use whatever your little heart desires, whatever you're able to do. I find the big water jugs, the 5-gallon or the 4-gallon ones, have a special size lid on it, which works super great for this. So I'm going to switch over to the other camera, and hopefully we can get a good look down here. So this is explaining how I set it up right here. Right here we have the water pump. This allows you to push water up in to the pitcher rinser right there. So you have a couple tubes. This is your water inline, which goes into a freshwater bucket. This comes factory on it, so it fits perfectly. This is about $70 right here, and then your water tank of clean water. You got your old water jug right there. So you have your water inline, so it feeds up through this jug right here, through this hose, into this machine, and out this tube. This tube is a long tube that comes factory in there, and you'll see it all the way over there. There's a little adapter here that allows that small one that is connected to the machine go over to a bigger one, and that bigger one connects to the back of this pitcher rinser. So what that looks like is I got this adapter right here from my local hardware store that would allow me to go from the 1/4, which is the smaller tube, to the 3/8, which is the bigger tube, or vice versa, whatever. I can't really remember. 1/4 is bigger than 3/8. 3/8 is whatever it is. So 10 millimeter to 8 millimeter. So it takes the smaller one and it converts it into the bigger one. This is just the adapter. You simply cut the ends of the tubes. This is the extra tubing that I had with that. You cut the ends of the tubes, put the adapter on, and it locks together, which allows you to have that bigger tube, which this is the water inline, which is this tube right here, the darker colored one, the more murky colored one. That's the in tube. It's smaller and it fits onto a connection in the back. It's really kind of hard to do. It's kind of tight the way I got it so this is the water outline, and there's a smaller tube here. It just presses on there. So you have the water out tube, so the drain tube, and that drain tube would be going straight down into the drain bucket, which is the same water bucket as the other one. So you can see it's kind of a little murky in there. It gets a little gross when you do milk. So the tube, I bought a 3/8 to 1/4 adapter. I'll try and put the link in there below. And a 1/2 drain tube, which is in here. And the drain tube fits perfectly in this lid. So I basically just pop this lid off to disconnect the entire thing to drain it in the sink or however you want to drain it. So this is about a 1 bucket and a couple of the tubes and all that stuff and the adapter. That's going to run you about $20. This is going to run you about 60-70 bucks. And then what I did is this is mounted onto the floor of this, and because I didn't want to leave it on all the time, what I did is on the back of my pitcher rinser I added a button. So I got one of these cable management ties right here, and this holds this button onto place. So I click this button and it shuts off the machine and turns it on. So not working, no water coming up. So if you have kids, they can't just push down on it and shoot water. Click the button, it engages the pump and it turns on. So basically this is all attached to an outlet right here. So this turns on and off the outlet, which turns on and off the pump. So you got your clean water feed, which you need to refill, your dirty water feed, which you need to refill, and a couple tubes and a couple adapters. All in all, this takes a short amount of time to set. So overall, this investment for the pitcher rinser was probably, this is I think $180 new, $170 new, $60, $70 for the pump, $20 for miscellaneous, $25 to $30 for miscellaneous gallons of water and the tubing and stuff like that. So you're looking at $250, $300 somewhere in that range to get this set up. And one of the nice things about that is I simply take my cups. If I'm drinking straight shots of espresso, I will clean them and then wipe them off with a towel. I will clean my portafilter off in here. I will clean my milk jugs off in here. And the Flair 58, you have to press through and purge water, so I will dump it in the drain there. I find everything works super well for it. The only time I ever need to walk to the kitchen is when I'm dumping my drip tray. The Breville has a weird looking drip tray, and it's kind of hard to dump it in there. A thing like a Rocket Apartamento, I actually dump the drip tray in that. But I only walk to the kitchen for getting gallons of milk for making drinks and stuff like that. So I just pour my milk in the kitchen and then I access it in here. I have found even with pouring milk in there, obviously you get a lot of liquids like coffee residue, milk residue sitting in a bucket in there, or a 5-gallon bucket or a 4-gallon water pitcher is a better way to get it. Don't get a bucket, but it's sealed off pretty well, so the only smell that you're getting through is coming out this little tiny hole in the rinser. And I found that even with milk sitting in there for 4 or 5 days, it doesn't actually smell your house up. However, I would recommend at least dumping it once a week if you're doing milk drinks. If you're doing straight shots of espresso with no milk, or a lot of pour overs, things like that, or whatever, just rinsing cups that don't have milk in it, it's not going to be too big of an issue to leave it in there for a couple weeks. Just periodically check to make sure you don't overfill. Otherwise, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Setup process was super quick. Once you find the adapters, which I'll do my best to link everything to get this up and running so you don't even have to make a trip to Menards outside of getting a couple cartons of water, which maybe you might be able to find on Amazon as well. But if you notice, those bigger jugs had a wider lid to it to make it easier to fit that adapter on there for the in tank, and it fit the hose really well for the drain tank as well. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any questions on this, I'd highly recommend it. Like, as soon as I got this, it was a complete game changer, and there's a lot of things you can buy for your coffee equipment, but this convenient aspect is well worth every single penny that I paid for it. Like, hands down, if I was rebuilding my coffee bar again, this would for sure make an appearance in there. It works super well as long as you can hide the buckets and set it up well. Not every coffee bar is designed. I did design the coffee bar to have these front sliding doors to hide it, but also the back completely unexposed to be able to let things go through pretty well. But yeah, if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you're looking at purchasing this, please use the affiliate links below. Hands down worth it, and thank you so much for watching.